Hi, I am Elephant. Today let's see the fantasy harem anime, Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Season 3. If you haven't watched the first 2 seasons, you can check the link in the comments section. One day, Belle meets a girl while adventuring in the dungeon. She looks different from humans. Belle recognizes the girl as a monster. Many adventurers are chasing the girl, and Belle has to hide her. After the adventurers leave, Belle rescues the girl. Monsters have been evil creatures without intelligence since the dungeon was found, and it is Belle's first time seeing a smart monster, so he protects the girl and intends to bring her home first. Belle's teammates are also very surprised to find out that the girl can talk, and although they are worried, they still agree to Belle's decision to bring the monster girl home. The girl has no name, so Belle names her Ween and asks her to live in his house. Hestia tells familiars not to let other adventurers know about it, otherwise, it will cause panic. Ween has lived in a dungeon since she was a child and has never seen the sun. It is her first time feeling the warmth of the sun, so she is very excited. The food humans eat also surprises Ween, who is very happy to eat such a delicious thing for the first time. Ween likes Belle very much, but when she hugs him for the first time, she accidentally scratches him. Ween is so guilty that she cries sadly. Belle forgives her and then comforts her. Others soon make friends with the cute and innocent girl Ween, and they treat her like the youngest sister. In the evening, the girls take Ween to take a bath together, but Ween doesn't understand the rules of the human world. She doesn't want to be separated from Belle for too long, so she runs to the men's bathhouse while taking a bath, and the other girls have to follow her, which makes Belle feel very embarrassed. After they take a shower, Welf helps Ween cut off her long nails so that she won't accidentally scratch others anymore. Now Ween has become a good friend of Hestia's familiars. Meanwhile, some other familiars are tracing Ween. They are Ikelo's familiars. Dix, the captain of Ikelo's familiars, is an adventurer of level 5 and has powerful strength. It is very dangerous for Ween to live in the city, because almost no one in the city knows about monsters with intelligence. So Hestia offers to have her familiars go to the depths of the dungeon to find out if there are Ween's fellows. The Hestia's familiars are not strong enough, so Belle must enlist some more powerful adventurers to help them. So Belle asks his friend, the elf maid, for help. In addition, a female warrior who has heard that Belle needs help also volunteers to join his team. They come to the dungeon together. When Belle fights monsters, he often thinks of Ween, so he can't bear to kill those monsters. His teammates accuse him of becoming weak. When they re-enter the depths of the dungeon, a mysterious woman has been following Belle, but she just observes Belle and doesn't want to attack him. After Belle discovers the mysterious woman, she flies away. Belle is surprised to learn that the woman is also an intelligent monster, and she is apparently Ween's fellow. After this adventure, Belle and his companions determine that on the 19th floor of the dungeon and beyond, there are Ween's fellows. Once Ween and other monsters are discovered by adventurers, Hestia's familiars are likely to be hated and even attacked by other familiars. Lily offers to let Ween live outside the city and go to a place where there are no adventurers. Although everyone does not want Ween to leave, it is indeed very difficult for humans and monsters to get along together. Ween has heard these outside the door and is very sad. She runs down the street looking for Belle. On her way, Ween sees a child about to have an accident. She immediately spreads her wings and saves the child, but the child is frightened when seeing Ween's wings. The people on the street are also very shocked. It is their first time seeing a monster in the dungeon come to the city, and they instantly get into a panic. At this time, a mysterious adventurer suddenly appears and escapes with Ween. Later, someone tells Belle to go to a secret place to look for Ween. The next day, Belle receives a special mission. The Adventurers Guild asks him to take Ween to the 20th floor of the dungeon. Belle instantly realizes that the adventurer who took away Ween last night was sent by the guild, and he has to follow the guild's orders and take Ween away. Since Belle can't let anyone else know of Ween's existence, this task can only be done by Hestia's familiars. In order to reach the 20th floor, they must all act together, and Haruheim must use her special ability to raise the level of the familiars. After a very difficult battle, Belle and the others finally take Ween to the 20th floor. Just then, Ween hears a song coming from a hidden cave. They then enter the cave and a large group of monsters suddenly attack Ween. Belle and his companions try to protect Ween, but the monsters are so powerful, plus there are too many monsters, so it is difficult for them to win. Even so, Belle and his companions still try hard to protect Ween even if they will die. The monsters suddenly stop attacking and start talking to Belle. It turns out that these monsters are all Ween's fellows, and they attack Ween to see whether Belle is genuine enough. After the monsters confirm that Belle is sincerely willing to help Ween, they recognize Belle and trust him. Though very surprised, Belle still makes friends with these monsters. Meanwhile, Uranus, the leader of the Adventurers Guild, tells Hestia that the guild has long discovered these intelligent monsters, and they have been secretly protecting them, naming them Xenos. The Xenos have the same intelligence as humans, so they are ostracized by other monsters. The leader believes that Hestia's familiars can become representatives of humans and make friends with the Xenos. Among the Xenos, there is a very special one who was once the strongest human magician. His magic was so powerful that it was said to be even able to resurrect the dead. After this magician died, with his powerful mana, he can still live in the form of a skeleton. The skeleton magician is the first to discover the Xenos. He told Uranus about it, and has been working hard to protect the Xenos ever since. The Xenos discover some hidden caves in the dungeon that do not produce monsters, so they live in these caves. They want to be able to live in a city outside the dungeon one day, but most humans still can't accept the existence of the Xenos, so they can only stay in the dungeon. After making friends with the Xenos, Belle is about to leave the dungeon and return to the city. Ween is reluctant to say goodbye to Belle, but she can only accept the fate of parting from him. Belle vows he will definitely return here to visit Ween and other friends. As soon as Belle leaves, the Xenos are attacked. This group of adventurers captures a Xenos and constantly tortures her to trick more Xenos into showing up. They are Ikelo's familiars, and it is Dix who takes a group of people to attack Ween and her new companions. The most powerful warrior of the Xenos are not here, so the other Xenos are defeated by Dix and his teammates. After killing most of the Xenos, they capture Ween. Belle is unaware that the Xenos have been attacked. He is feeling sad about being separated from Ween. Besides, because he got to know more Xenos, Belle can't bear to kill even ordinary monsters while exploring the dungeon, and he is almost defeated by a weak monster. Confused, Belle finds Ace, whom he hopes can solve his doubts. Belle asks Ace if she will kill the monster if she finds out that it has the intelligence of humans. Ace adamantly tells Belle that if these monsters will harm humans, she will kill them without mercy. Since their companions are killed and Ween is captured, the remaining Xenos are so angry that they decide to attack the human camp in the dungeon in an attempt to rescue Ween. After the human camp is attacked, someone immediately informs the adventurers in the city of it. Soon the adventurers of the city form a team ready to support the camp. Uranus, in order to protect the Xenos, orders the strongest familiars to garrison the city and forbids them to enter the dungeon. Also, he asks Belle to join the support team to help. The team is also given an order not to kill the monsters that attack the camp, but to capture them alive. Soon after, the Xenos destroy the camp. They do not find Ween, but learn her whereabouts from an Ikelo's familiar. When the Xenos are about to go to the place where Ween is being held, the support team arrives. Belle fights his former friends, the Xenos, and he doesn't understand why the Xenos attacked the camp. If they keep doing this, they will surely be treated as evil monsters by humans. The Xenos tell Belle that they must rescue Ween even if they are treated as monsters. After hearing that Ween has been captured, Belle decides to join the Xenos to help rescue Ween. The skeleton magician also arrives at the scene to help Belle find Ween. They discover a labyrinth in the dungeon that neither adventurers nor monsters know. Only Ikelos knows that the captain of his familiars, Dix, is a descendant of the family that originally built the dungeon. The family built a hidden labyrinth in the dungeon, and now only the Ikelos familiars know its location. Ikelos familiars are all very crazy people who like to brutally kill monsters. When they discover the Xenos, they become even more excited, because killing intelligent monsters can give them a big thrill. After the Xenos and Belle find the labyrinth, they start to fight against Dix. Dix has a very powerful ability of curse that can drive the cursed into madness, making them unable to distinguish between enemies and companions. The cursed Xenos begin to attack each other, while the skeleton magician asks Belle to fight Dix and lift the curse as soon as possible. Though Dix is an adventurer of level 5 and Belle has only a level of 3, Dix will be punished with a temporary decrease in level every time he casts the curse, so Belle may be able to defeat Dix. Though Dix's level has been decreased, he still has the strength of level 4, and it is still difficult for Belle to defeat him. During the battle, Dix talks about why he attacked the Xenos. It turns out that a crazy obsession will be produced in Dix's bloodline. This obsession makes Dix feel the urge to continue building labyrinths. But Dix doesn't want to spend his time on the boring task of building labyrinths, so he hates his bloodline, his family, and the dungeons they built. He vents his hatred by killing monsters in the dungeon, becoming crazier and crazier. At the same time, other adventurers in the camp encounter an extremely powerful Minotaur. These adventurers are defeated in an instant. This Minotaur is the strongest Xenos. Even the elf made of level 4 is defeated by the Minotaur. After a hard fight, Belle still fails to defeat Dix. At this moment, Dix is interested in Belle treating the monsters as his friends. So Dix stops fighting Belle and removes the magic stone from Ween's forehead. After losing the magic stone, the Xenos cannot control the energy in their bodies and will completely turn into a monster. Dix thinks that Ween's transformation into a monster will make Belle lose confidence, but he doesn't expect that Belle still considers Ween a friend. Besides, Ween, though without the magic stone, still recognizes Belle and does not attack him. When Dix sees this, he still doesn't want to admit that the monsters have feelings and intelligence. he attacks Belle again. Belle fights back angrily and loudly tells Dix that both humans and the Xenos deserve respect. Hearing Belle's words, some Xenos are encouraged, whose curse is then lifted. They help Belle fight Ikelo's familiars and finally defeat Dix. However, after being defeated, Dix suddenly casts a curse on Ween, who is affected by the curse and begins to fly towards the city. Dix takes the opportunity to escape, but in the labyrinth, he meets the strongest Xenos, the Minotaur Asterius. Finally, he is killed by Asterius. Ween, who flies to the city, causes a lot of panics. The powerful Loki's familiars want to kill Ween, but Belle, in order to protect Ween, stands in front of her. Later, Belle announces that Ween is his prey and that others cannot hunt her. In the dungeon, adventurers can indeed use this rule to avoid other adventurers competing for loot, but after the monsters arrive in the city, Belle is being very selfish by using this rule. However, Belle temporarily stops Loki's familiars by this means, but other Xenos follow Ween to the city and they are quickly defeated by powerful familiars. At this time, Asterius also comes to the city and defeats several powerful Loki's familiars. Only when the remaining Loki's familiars join forces to attack can they defeat Asterius and cut off one of his arms. Suddenly, much black smoke appears, and Asterius takes this chance to flee away. Meanwhile, Ween, who is fleeing in the city, encounters an ambush by other adventurers. Although Belle desperately wants to protect Ween, she ends up being killed. Belle is very sad and remorseful. Luckily, the skeleton magician has a forbidden magic, the resurrection. He decides to cast this magic on Ween. After a flash of white light, Ween is successfully resurrected. Belle hugs her and can't help crying. After that, Ween hides in the city with other Xenos, and if they are discovered by adventurers, they are likely to be killed. In addition, Belle is despised by most adventurers because of his seemingly selfish behavior. Once Belle was very popular and people all liked him, but now everyone thinks Belle is a selfish guy. Belle doesn't mind what others think, and as long as he can protect Ween, he doesn't care about being despised. Now what Belle wants to do most is to protect the Xenos who are hiding in the city. Since the Xenos attacked the city, the powerful familiars do not want them to return to the dungeon, so they block the entrance to the dungeon. Luckily, Uranus gets Dix's notes, which record several secret passages that allow the Xenos to return from the city to the dungeon. Uranus then secretly contacts some of the gods' familiars and informs them of the existence of the Xenos. After thinking for a while, these familiars finally decide to help the Xenos return to the dungeon, which also means that they need to become the enemies of most of the adventurers in the city. After discussing with his companions, Belle finally comes up with a plan to help the Xenos escape. With the support of Uranus and some other familiars, they are about to provide cover for the Xenos and escape under the watch of adventurers from all over the city. There are 6 entrances from the city to the dungeon, 2 of which are unguarded. As long as Belle can successfully get the Xenos into the entrance, they win. To achieve this goal, Belle has to attract as much attention as possible, so Belle comes to the entrance guarded by Loki's familiars. Ace is guarding the place and she quickly notices Belle. Coincidentally, more and more girls come to see Belle. Some of the girls are sent by Uranus to help Belle, and some offer to help because they like Belle. Some beautiful women even propose that Belle repay them for helping him by sleeping with them. Seeing Belle meeting a large group of girls, Ace starts to suspect that Belle is a playboy. Soon after, there is a roar of monsters in the city, which means that Belle's plan begins. Lily transforms into a monster with her transformation ability, attracting the attention of adventurers and taking them in the wrong direction. Belle then puts on a magic cloak that can make him invisible and secretly approaches the Xenos. Welf and Mikoto also put on the magic cloaks to show them the way. By this time, most of the adventurers have been led elsewhere, and there are few guards on the way to the entrance. At this time, an accident happens. A dwarf warrior of level 5 unexpectedly appears. Welf and Mikoto ask the Xenos to go first, while they trap the dwarf warrior with items of ice magic. Although they can't defeat him, it can at least make it impossible for him to chase after them. However, the dwarf warrior's blocking causes a problem that Ween is separated from the others. She walks alone in the wrong direction. Luckily, Belle and Haruheim find Ween earlier than the other adventurers. Haruheim then decides to stay and attract the attention of the pursuers, while Belle continues to use his cloak to escape with Ween. But just then, Ace notices them. Belle wants to explain for Ween, and he tries to tell Ace that the Xenos are not the same as ordinary monsters, but Ace thinks that the Xenos have attacked humans, so she must capture Ween. Belle has to fight Ace, but he can't defeat the mighty familiar Ace at all. In the end, Belle decides to attack the bridges at heights with magic. After the broken bridge blocks Ace, Belle and Ween manage to escape. Belle then takes Ween to an alley down the street. There is an iron gate in the alley, and Belle tells Ween to go through the alley to the entrance, and then he locks the gate and stays alone to fight Ace. But Ween knows that Belle can't defeat Ace, and she worries that Belle will be in danger, so instead of fleeing alone, she decides to go back. During the battle, Bell constantly tells Ace that the Xenos are equally intelligent and emotional creatures, and that they are no different from humans except for their appearance. Ace doesn't want to believe Bell's words and decides to defeat him. Just then, Ween runs back and blocks in front of Bell. Ace believes that Ween's wings and nails are weapons that will harm humans. When Ween hears this, she directly breaks her nails and tears off her wings. The reason why she hurts herself is not that she wants Ace to let her go, but that she wants Ace not to hurt Bell. When Ace sees this, she finally believes Bell's words. Not only does she let Ween go, but she also gives Bell a potion to heal Ween's injuries. After this, Bell finally manages to send Ween to the entrance. Other Xenos are ready to leave, but there is one special Xenos. He is Asterius, who keeps having the same dream. In his dreams, he has been fighting the same human. Therefore, Asterius will not return to the dungeon until he meets the human in his dreams. In addition, the Xenos know that if they directly go back to the dungeon, Bell will continue to be despised by other adventurers, so they elect several Xenos who will return to the city and attack the adventurers. When Bell appears, they will deliberately lose to him and maintain Bell's reputation with their lives. But this is completely superfluous, because there is a most suitable representative who will prove that Bell is still the bravest hero. As Bell appears, Asterius lets out a terrifying howl. He rushes in front of Bell from a height and knocks Bell away. It turns out that the human in Asterius' dream is Bell. Monsters that are killed in the dungeon will reincarnate. There was once a powerful and trained Minotaur who was killed by Bell. After getting reincarnated, he became the Xenos Asterius, and the memories of his previous life constantly appear in his mind as dreams. Asterius is destined to be Bell's opponent, so even though Asterius has the strength of an adventurer of level 5, Bell still decides to duel him one-on-one. Under the witness of all, Bell begins a battle with the mighty Asterius. Someone can tell that Bell is weaker than Asterius and wants to help him, but is quickly stopped by others, because they know that this is a battle of fate that only belongs to Bell. Bell and Asterius fight from night to sunrise. When the sun appears, Bell's skill, Argonaut, is activated. He will end his battle with the powerful Asterius with his strongest attack. But even though Bell uses Argonaut, he is still defeated by Asterius. Instead of killing Bell, Asterius tells Bell that he lost to him in the battle in his previous life, and now he defeats him. In the future, he will fight against him again, hoping that Bell can be well prepared. After saying this, Asterius returns to the dungeon. Other Xenos have all returned to the dungeon with Bell's help, and they will become Bell's and his companions' most loyal friends. Like humans, the Xenos can become stronger through combat. Because of this, Bell asks Ace to help him with special training again. He hopes that when he sees Asterius again, he will be able to win the duel. That brings the end of the third season. Unlike the first two funny seasons, this season shows more serious and impressive plots. The Xenos are not only ostracized by humans but also despised by other monsters. Whether it is in the ground world or in the dungeon, it seems that there is no home that belongs to them. But in fact, if someone is willing to approach them, he or she will find that except for their different appearance, the Xenos are actually no different from humans. Perhaps we should all try not to be tied to first impressions of others and treat people with sincerity. In the end, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I will recap more excellent anime in the future. Thanks for your watching. See you in my next video.